Hey, Hawkeye fans, welcome back. Well, that was a huge win over Rutgers. We can't wait to recap that game. We've got an awesome interview with Callie Levin. Believe it or not, women's basketball is right around the corner. And to wrap it all up, we're going to preview our game versus Indiana. This is Talkin Hawks, presented by Hills Bank.
Hills Bank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hills Bank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access anytime.
Plus, Hills Bank is the bank on campus at the University of Iowa. So whether you're a student athlete or a Hawkeye superfan, Hills Bank helps you get in the game. Visit us today in person or at hillsbank.com, member FDIC. Hi, Matt.
Hey.
How's it going?
That is good.
So good. Last night was a great game.
Yeah.
We're a show of honesty. And I might have fallen asleep during the third quarter.
Might have is...
When I say during the third quarter, I mean like a minute in. So
the
tired.
fact that you made it through halftime was impressive.
Why did I do that? Why would I make it through halftime?
You were just so excited for the second half because it was tied at 21. You're like, I have to see how this goes.
I might have fallen asleep a little bit before halftime too, because I didn't even realize it was tied at 21. Oof, yikes. I was really tired. To be fair, our 5-month-old is just not sleeping.
Well, he's, learning a bunch of stuff.
He's trying to crawl. We're going to get into ball very soon, you all.
Oh, boy.
But actually, I did fall asleep. So this is going to be a recap for our listeners and me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So tell me about it, Matt. How did it go? How was the game? I know that I saw a really cool, I guess it would have been a little tweet that somebody put out that was like, have we had a quarterback with this much aura like in recent years? And it was Mark basically like walking into the end zone and then like doing one of these, put his hand to his ear, like, we can't hear you. It must have been a crazy crowd because all the guys were making like comments and stuff post game about like shushing the crowd. Not comments like in a post game interview, but like, I don't know. The videos I saw. Gestures, yeah.
Yeah. We did not start out playing Iowa football.
Marky G.
We should also say before we get into ball, we have we've changed things around Talkin Hawks.
Why?
We've added another microphone.
Yeah.
But he's not TV ready.
No,
get him off the screen. But we do have another mic for our producer in-house.
Maddie P.
I'm not going to lie, this is really hard because now every time I like giggle, I have to turn away from the mic or else you'll hear me now.
Well, and we're so funny.
Yeah.
You know what it's kind of like? It's like a laugh track.
Yeah, there we go.
Like in those, you know what those are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like I saw this clip of Friends without the laugh track and I was like, this is not funny at all. It's just
horrible.
Really weird.
Okay.
Anyway, talking ball. What are we? 3 minute? 5?
3 minutes.
Perfect. That's what
for 4.
That's what the crowd expects. Yeah, it was a weird way to start just because offensively, we went 3 and out our first drive. We went deep first play, had an opportunity. Mark just underthrew the ball a little bit. There were, I think, 3 throws that he probably wants back against Rutgers, that being one of them. I think Seth Anderson won over the top. He had an opportunity, but just underthrew it a little bit. Seth tried to come back, could not make the play. And then 2 plays later, I believe on third and then we do the end around to Caden Weegan, which I kind of want to break that down just a little bit. So our tackle and our tight end are right there, and this defensive end lined up across from them, kind of in the middle. Jennings Dunker steps down like it's a down block, basically giving the inside zone look with the running back. The tight end then leaves the defensive end because he's going to the next level, either linebacker or safety, whoever that fill player is, going to the alley for whoever's going to fill that, and then that's who he's blocking. Typically what happens is the defensive end blocks themselves. And what I mean by that is when the tackle steps down, most of the time, and this is why they coach it this way, because the defensive end will step with him laterally, meaning you don't have to waste a guy to block him. So then Caden Weegan would outrun him because he's not fast enough to then get up the field and make the play. That's the goal anyway. Yes?
He said, excuse me to the mic. It made me laugh.
I'm Iowa nice. South Dakota nice even. So the defensive end essentially blocks himself is what you're hoping. But if he recognizes it right away and he steps upfield, then that's when a bad play happens. And I think Caden got hit for -4 on there, -4 yards. And then 3rd and 14, he throws a beautiful ball to Sam Phillips. And he was a pre-play check where he looked out, saw that he had one-on-one, had an opportunity there. And I mean, that's one of those Sam Phillips got to come down with. And there was a quote this week. I don't know if you saw that Coach France made it a point to say that we don't call them wide droppers. We call them wide receivers, which is such a KF quote, right? It's like he used to say about social media, get off the snap face and Insta chat. Because like he's just like that kind of humor. He's like, we do coach to catch the ball.
Kirk's quirks.
Kirk's quirks. That's right. Johnny C. So unfortunately we started there. Now, granted, we were up 7. At that point, it was 7-7. The kickoff return was great by Caden Weegan. I don't think anybody was within 5 yards of him the entire time. The fact that the off returner, Terrell Washington, also went untouched is pretty good. You liked his celebration. You thought his fast feet looked pretty good in the end zone. I do know that.
Oh, yeah. That was really funny. It reminded me of something Dax would do. Just like start running your feet really fast.
I like that childlike joy that they can still have when they play. Anyway, so that started off really good. Obviously, then 3 and out. Their offense went right down the field. So they went 6 for their first 6 on 3rd down. So the first 6 times they got into 3rd down, they converted.
Wow.
And then they didn't convert one the rest of the game. They were 0 for 7.
Oh, geez.
And 0 for 1 on a 4th down. So our defense really, the halftime adjustments, I'm sure Coach Parker had a few colorful words. Just 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He's pretty subtle. To get that defense right. And then they came out and they played great. Offensively, there was a lot that we did differently this game. Obviously, Mark Kanowski running the ball was great. He had 3 touchdowns. But one of the plays that I really liked, a wrinkle, which is kind of something that Rutgers was getting us with, is a form of triple option. So anytime you're running an option, it's literally that. The quarterback has 3 different options when you run the football. Normally, if you're running the ball, you just hand it off to the guy and then that's it. Well, what Rutgers was doing, and it worked effectively in the first half, was the quarterback would catch it, just do a simple read option with the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes on the running back who's running across the quarterback's face, then the quarterback keeps it. What they also did was they had a receiver out and he kind of ran a flat route on the same side as the quarterback rolling. So now the next player has to decide, okay, am I going to tackle the quarterback or am I going to go out to the end player? If you go to tackle the quarterback, which Carson Shire did, I believe, on the first drive, quarterback spits it out to the tight end for 6 yards. If you're Carson Shire and you run to the tight end, well, now you're leaving Callie Levin to go run. And he scored 2 touchdowns on that. But Iowa had their own version where they did the same thing. It was a triple option. However, they gave it twice. And the only difference is instead of a tight end running or a tight end or a receiver running a little flat route, Caden Weegan was coming back and he's the pitch man. So essentially, then Mark Gronowski reads the end. And if he stays upfield, then he hands it off and that's it. He went with the first option. If the defensive end crashes, meaning to go tackle the running back, Mark Gronowski keeps it and then rolls. He's the second option. And he actually fake pitched to Caden Weegan to get the guy off of him who was playing in between the two, went to the pitch guy, and then Gronowski ran it, I think, down to the 2 before he eventually scored. Mm-hmm. So like there were some really cool things. I don't know if you noticed this too. They did it in the first half a lot, but they did this, kill, kill, kill. So essentially they're doing a couple different things. Kill can mean a plethora of things. Either they're calling 2 plays in the huddle. So let's say they run gun right jack. I'm going to use my verbiage just because it's easier. But if they went gun right jack, scat 4, kill 26 or 23B, what that means is you're running gun right jack, scat 4. If he looks out and he doesn't like it, he'll go kill, kill, kill. And then you go to the second play, which in this case was 23B. So then you'd run that. So, but it could also mean, okay, we're running outside zone. I'm going to kill, kill, kill. Now I want an inside zone or whatever it is. They might have had a baked in call for what kill meant based on the formation they were in, but they did it a lot. There was a lot of checking at the line. And I think now that Gronowski's understanding the offense a little bit better, we're in week 4, it's starting to show. And now he's starting to have a little bit of command. We get the deep ball to Dayton Howard later. He's just finally letting it rip, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's some really good things. There were 3 throws that I said that he should have back. The deep ball to Seth Anderson, the rollout that he threw behind our tight end. It was 3rd down. It was a rollout, easy first down, but he just missed him. And then the throwback to Ortworth.
Yeah, that one was, I think that was the last play I watched.
That's a sad one to end on.
That's why I fell asleep.
But I mean, like those three, I think obviously he wants back. But outside of that, I thought he played a really good game, and I see that competitive edge. Both times he scored, or all three times he scored running the ball. He hit a flex, did something to the crowd. Not quite the Iowa way, but it's to have somebody like that fiery, I feel like is a really good start.
I agree. What happened to Drew Stevens? He had another missed one.
Yeah. I don't know. Just kind of one of those funks that you sometimes get stuck in. I'm hoping he gets out of it. Sometimes kickers just go through ups and downs. It would be nice to get him back to where he needs to be. Jess Patterson, unfortunately, got hurt. Ankle. Hopefully he comes back. Seth Anderson. Hopefully he gets back. So not completely unscathed. A couple injuries, but hopefully they're back sooner rather than later. As well as there was one other guy I wanted to talk about. Oh, defensively. The No Boys finally got a turnover.
Did you see Coach Wallace on X, Twitter, whatever? Like literally tweeted last night and was like, "No boys!" ! That was it.
That's the whole tweet.
That's the whole tweet. I was like, that's so funny without trying to be funny.
Yes. Shout out. I think it was Max Llewellyn who hit Callie Levin as he went for the throw. And then great play by Jackson Rexroth being able to jump back and make a diving catch. So finally, first turnover in game 4. Doesn't feel like a very Coach Parker Iowa defense, but it came at a really big time and obviously propelled us for the win.
Especially with who our opponents have been thus far.
That too.
Surprising. Very good. That sounds like a good game.
Yeah, it's good to get rattled a little bit by a Big Ten opponent on the road, blackout. Even though it's not their main color, you really like their jerseys.
I really liked those jerseys. The numbers were lovely. Really big. I like big numbers on a jersey. They were just nice and crisp and clean. Liked it. I liked the helmets with the jerseys, with the pants. Also, this entire time, I have thought that Callie Manis was a hyphenated name. Callie-Manis. It's not. I just learned that last night.
It's not.
So
thank you for your recap.
Yeah, that was a really good recap on me. What else did I notice? Oh, you know what? The drone show that they did.
Drone show was really cool.
Super cool. Put up I have only seen clips. I didn't see it like on TV, but they did
for those that didn't see it.
Totally. Yeah. So it was like a drone light show, which I guess is becoming more and more popular. That is kind of maybe replacing possibly fireworks. In that way. But I guess they put on like a huge fireworks show too. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just like spout off for a second. Somebody actually put on Twitter that they were like, if they can create like a really good winning program, like Rutgers is going to be a destination place for college football because they do such a good job with their fans. So I guess they had on like the boardwalk right there. They had like rides and games and maybe like free food ? I'm not really sure, but like for all of their fans. And then they had like a ton of fireworks. I'm not sure when, but either way, it might have been for like halftime after the drone show. Then they had the drone show, like blackout. Wow. I guess it was like a super cool fan experience. And I was like, that sounds amazing. We could get some like carnival rides on Melrose. Sign me up.
Imagine you're on the Ferris wheel and you get to see a couple plays until you go up again. You see a couple plays. You see like a third of the game.
I don't think. Okay. I think it's more of like a tailgate experience.
Oh, well.
I don't think.
There's that too.
Either way. Yeah. Then they did the drone show and they did the hand that was like kind of like for the wave. And then they posted on Twitter and it was like bigger than football or something along those lines.
So at Iowa, we do the wave after the first quarter. So Rutgers did their version, which was the drone show. All you said was the drone show.
I said the wave. They put the hand up and then it was supposed to signify the wave. I said that.
Okay.
I think most of our people that are listening know what the wave is.
They know what the wave is. They just might not have seen the drone show.
Either way, it was really cool.
Hashtag
be nicer
to Matt.
Well, I thought it was cool. That's such a long pause.
That was terrible.
Anything else?
Yes. So our unsung hero, brought to you by JB Roofing, is Logan Jones.
Oh, okay.
So it's really tough. I don't know if you've like actually ever truly thought about this. I'm going to ask you to not be on Instagram really quick.
Well, I wanted to look. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm actually looking up to see what the cheerleaders wore, to see if their uniforms were as good as the football players. So continue on. I'm listening. Matt, who was your unsung hero?
Did you have caffeine before we got here?
Oh, wait, drinking it right now. Really good. They're really good. Plain black halter tops with a giant Rutgers R on the front. Confirmed. That's all I needed.
Are you whispering into the mic? We don't have headphones.
It's important. That's important stuff that you need to know, Matt. There are people that are paying attention to those types of things, and I'm one of them.
Yes.
All right. Tell me your unsung hero. Let's hear it.
Okay. Logan Jones.
Okay.
So I don't know if you really thought about this, but if you're a guard, you just put your hand in the dirt, and then ball snapped, you just put both hands up to block, right? You just do that.
Yeah.
Or if you pull, you can have your weight back. You're waiting for the ball to get snapped. You just have your hands, you turn and run. As a center, you have to snap, make sure the ball gets to where it's supposed to be, and then you can turn, right? So there's an added step. Or if you're blocking, you have to snap, punch with one, and hope you get your other one up in time, right? Well, on this particular one, it was Mark Gronowski's second touchdown, I believe. It was either his first or his second. He snaps the ball, and then he pulls. So he has to find, he goes down the line because he's what we call the kick out block. And what that means is that the play is supposed to hit just outside the tackle or the tight end. And he's kicking out whoever might be coming over the top, pushes them out. So that way there's a lane for Mark Gronowski to run. So Logan Jones scrapes paint, basically goes right down the butts of all the offensive linemen, finds the Rutgers guy who's trying to force everything back or be that contained player. So that way there's nowhere for him to go. And Logan Jones blows him up, gets his job done. Mark Gronowski runs right behind him, right into the end zone. I think we're on like the 2-yard line. But to be able to snap, pull, kick out, and then that leads into the end zone, I think that's an offensive lineman play. It's a great offensive lineman place, and not one that's probably going to get a lot of traction outside of exactly that facility in this segment. The Unsung Hero, brought to you by JB Roofing, Logan Jones.
Very nice. Wow, that was really well done. It was kind of like that guy on Fox last night that like had the guy throw him the ball.
Why would you compare me to that?
I don't know if anybody else noticed it. I can't even remember what like the context was, but
Yeah, all you
like,
remember is that the ball got thrown to him.
He was like, it was like in between, like during a timeout. And he was like, "We're coming back." Da da da.
Yes.
It's some guy in his studio, and he like throws the ball, like, catches
From off
the ball.
screen.
Yeah, catches the ball. And we're gonna catch you guys when you come back to the studio or something like that. And I was like, that was a choice.
Yeah. Let's talk to Callie Levin.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, women's basketball and basketball season is right around the corner. And we were super excited to have Callie in the studio. She has like one of the most bubbliest, greatest personalities. And just a really cool person, a really good person. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And that's it. Enjoy it. Here it comes.
Need a new roof, gutter, or siding in Eastern Iowa? Call JB Roofing, a local and reliable roofer with over 20 years of experience. They do one roof at a time, unlike others who may juggle multiple projects and cut corners. They also serve a 45-mile radius around Kelowna and can help you with any insurance claims. No wait, call 319-656-ROOF or visit their website, jbroofingkelowna.com, for a free estimate. JB Roofing, the small-town roofer you can trust. Hey Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations, whether that be Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or my favorite, Solon. Cold beer, an award-winning game day menu, and warm hospitality welcome you and fellow fans as we root for the Hawks. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks.
Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Enjoy responsibly.
The Appliance Barn, a grand appliance company, offers a wide range of high-quality appliances at unbeatable prices.
Whether you're in the market for a new refrigerator, dishwasher, or washing machine, they've got you covered. They also have a delivery and setup department to ensure your appliances get delivered and installed quickly. To find out more, visit appliancebarn.com. Iowa City Tire and Service offers the area's best automotive repair while offering top-notch customer service and a unique environment.
They have beer.
And that makes them unique?
No, but they have a really big dog.
Again, does that make them unique?
I mean, they have cookies for their customers.
Not unique.
They have great t-shirts.
Still waiting for it.
They have arcade games like Dig Dug that I may or may not have the current high score on. Still.
What?
Okay then, Iowa City Tire and Service has over 640 5-star Google reviews, and ChatGPT even says it's the #1 choice in the area.
You know, now that you mention it, those guys are pretty great.
Check them out at ictire.com or give them a call, 319-338-5401.
All right, Talkin Hawks fans, we like to have a lot of different student athletes on here, not just football players. And today we've got an athlete from the women's basketball team. Everyone loves Iowa women's basketball. Everyone please welcome Callie Levin. How's it going?
Hey, it's good. I'm excited to
good.
be on.
We're so excited to have you here. Although we did take you away from something very important. What were you doing this morning?
Yeah, woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to watch the Summer I Turned Pretty finale. And I have 18 minutes left, so it's getting serious.
It's getting serious. How are we feeling? Don't give any spoilers.
Yes, I can't spoil it for you.
But how are we feeling about how this is all ending? This is an episode for the girls. So if you're a boy, just scroll past. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Basically, it's just, my stomach was churning the whole time. It's got me like, I just need to finish it, you know?
No,
Yeah.
I hear you.
We're happy we were able to take you away
Yes.
from that.
You know, you guys are really special because you took me away from it.
It's
So
serious.
that's how you know.
Yeah. It is interesting though. I just have to say this before we like really get into it. It's very interesting to me how like season 1, you know, you're kind of like up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, do I like Conrad? Do I like Jeremiah? You kind of like go back and
Yes.
forth. Season 2, Team Jeremiah, 100%.
Totally.
I
100%.
can't change my mind.
No. Yeah.
and
Same.
Conrad's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Season 3, Jeremiah's the worst.
Yes.
We love Conrad. The way they can manipulate
Dude,
your
I
emotions.
felt bad because I was Team Jeremiah season 1 and season 2.
Uh-huh.
Like totally Team Jeremiah. And then season 3, I'm like, oh my gosh, how could I ever be Team Jeremiah?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It was insane.
Very eye-opening to me about how they can manipulate your emotions and your feelings through a screen. I'm
I
just
know.
saying,
Seriously.
not to like go down a rabbit hole.
All right, so where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
From
Well,
the-
let's get back to our regular scheduled program. You can all skip past through that, but
We're going to talk ball now.
we are. Yeah, we're getting into it. We just like to start off with where you're from.
Yeah.
We know where you're from, but go ahead and
Yes.
tell the audience.
Solon, Iowa. Just the
Mhm.
great town. Yeah.
The great town.
Yes.
And you grew up there your whole life, right?
Yeah. I went to preschool there and spent all my 18 years there. So
Lakeview Elementary.
exactly.
Shout out.
Seriously.
That's cool. And you lived right down the street from us.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
You also have a really big family.
Yes.
Okay,
huge.
tell me about this.
So I have an older sister. She's actually a senior here at Iowa. She's studying psychology,
yes.
like my mom. And she has a little business in town. Actually, she's a psychologist. And then my dad, he was a lawyer at the university for like the longest time. And then I have 2 younger sisters, Tenley. She's going to be a freshman at Solon. And then Maylee, 7th grader at Solon, and McGuire, which was a little boy that we finally got. And he's going to be in 4th grade this year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very sporty family.
Very sporty, yeah.
Mhm.
We all just love to compete and play basketball, of course.
Did your mom and dad both play basketball?
So my mom, she ran track here at Iowa. And then my dad, he played 1 year at Central.
Okay.
So he played basketball there, yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay. I remember when we moved to Solon, we
Mhm.
didn't really know you guys.
Yeah.
And I was introduced to like the idea of you guys like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, it's his family. I've never seen a more involved family. The kids do this, they do that, they do music, they do.
I do
You
remember
remember
hearing
this?
this,
Somebody
yes.
was like, and they've got 5 kids and and they're always involved and their dad just keeps them on the straight and narrow and they're great family. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of how we were
Mhm.
like explained.
That's so funny. That's so chaotic.
Yeah. But also so great.
Yeah.
And you guys have the I'm not going to say what your license plate is, but you have the license plate.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That,
If you
He's
see it,
always
you'll
coming or
know.
going.
Yeah.
It actually is. Every time we'd be like, wow, they go a lot of places.
No,
we see
yeah.
it everywhere.
It'd be like, okay, I'm going to go drop off Tenley here. Then I'm going to go pick up Maylee. Okay. Then come back, get McGuire, take him here. I'm like,
Yes.
nice.
Oh, that's so good. So what sports did you play when growing up?
Yeah. So I kind of did it all when I was younger, but then I did a little softball until 8th grade. And then my freshman year, I did track and basketball.
Okay.
And then sophomore year, track and basketball. And then junior year, I did soccer and basketball. And then senior year, just basketball.
Why soccer?
I don't know. I just was like, I'm just going to try it this year. And then I played defense and I kind of loved it. So
Nice.
yeah, it was fun.
What'd you do in track?
I was a sprinter. So I really liked 200s, 400s. I did
400
long
is not
jump.
a sprint.
I know.
That's way too far.
It's actually not a sprint. Like,
No.
it's like, I don't even know how people sprinted that. Like,
Mhm.
people actually like are going all out. And I would always try to go all out at the beginning and then you just die at the end. And
Have
you're
I
like,
Have I told this story on the podcast?
You have, but I
Have
don't
I?
know if Callie knows it, so you can share
Well,
it.
so I tried to run a 400
Okay.
at our track and field days in elementary school,
Okay.
like 5th grade.
Hmm.
They're like, yeah, run a 400. And I was like, oh yeah, 100%. I got this.
Yeah,
So
totally.
it just took off all out, just sprinting way ahead of everybody. And
Yeah.
I got to the last 100 meters and I just like stopped. And I walked the last 100 in front of the whole stand crying in front of everybody. And I got to the end and my sister's now husband, was her boyfriend at the time, like picked me up and carried me. And I'm just bawling. All my classmates are just looking at me. And I remember my teacher going, boys, tell Laura, good job.
Oh,
And she
stop.
made these boys come up to me and say, good job, Laura. And I was just sitting there crying. Thanks.
That's
it was
so funny.
so embarrassing. At least you didn't do that.
No, I actually at one of our home meets at Solon, I was running a 400 and I cramped at
Oh,
the
no.
200. And then I was like, I'm just going to keep running. So I kept running. And then at the 100, I just literally fell down.
No, you didn't.
I was cramping so bad. I couldn't. Like, I don't know what was going on.
Whoa.
It was the most embarrassing thing in my life in front of all the fans of
No, it's
Solon.
right.
I'm just cramping right at the 100-meter mark.
Did you finish the race?
No.
I did. She
Oh, no.
fell. She
Well,
said she
I didn't know-
fell.
Did she could get up and walk like
Hey,
you?
you know what? I wish, dude. I remember I was in lane 1. So I was really close to the grass. And then all of a sudden I'm just like in the turf.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I bet your
Just
parents were
rolled
so
over.
scared.
I was just like, "Ah," and then I fell. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. I
I
bet your
know.
parents were
Really
so
sad.
nervous though,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like you probably like tore
I
something.
know. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, did you tear your? I'm like, no, I cramped.
way more embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I
Well, we have
know.
similar stories.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I'll share mine too. I
Okay,
ran
good.
the 200 my freshman year of high school, and they're like, "All right, you're gonna go 95%,
Okay.
and then you're gonna slingshot off the curve, and then you just sprint the rest of the way." And I was like, "All right, cool."
95 feels like a sprint to me though.
I know.
What's the
Well,
difference?
Well, they said you were gonna slingshot over the curve, and I don't know what like if I thought I was literally gonna be like slingshot, but I was way out in front of everybody by the 100-meter, and then I slowed down to a jog because I couldn't keep it, and everybody else passed me, and I think I ran like a 26 200.
Oh no.
For those that don't know, that's really bad. And then I never ran it again.
Hey.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Where was the slingshot?
There,
was-
just,
we were
it
waiting
just
on
stayed
it.
back.
Yeah.
They actually pulled it back instead of letting it go forward. That's the
Shoot.
problem.
You know.
Oh, that's great. Your older sister, she explained to me, she's
Mhm.
an athlete.
Yeah.
And so she went on. What?
It's such a weird way to phrase that.
Well, she is. She's like, she was
She ran track in college.
Yeah.
yeah.
So she actually did her first year at UNI
Mhm.
and ran track there. And she was like a multi. And then
When you say multi,
like she did like, what is that?
you talking like a heptathlon or
Yes,
are you talking like okay.
So she did a bunch of different stuff. She did like 800, 200, hurdle, like, and then you do it all for like points or something.
Okay, yes.
What is that?
So there's a heptathlon, which is
That's how involved you were.
I know.
You weren't really
Sorry,
watching.
McKinley.
I think a heptathlon I believe is 5. No, that's a pentathlon. Heptathlon I think is 7 events. Decathlon is 10.
Oh, I think it was that.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to be like really good athlete to do decathlon.
Okay.
It's like high jump, long
Yes.
jump.
Wait,
hurdles.
no,
Yes.
she did do long jump and then she did high jump too.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. But then
Mhm.
she wanted to be closer to home. I mean, we're kind of all homebodies. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Cedar Falls is like what, hour and
I
a
know.
half?
It's only an hour
It's
and a
not
half.
that far.
Yeah, seriously. So then she came here to Iowa and she joined the rowing team.
Mhm.
And so then she rowed for 2 years. And then this year she just wanted to focus on school.
Nice.
But yeah, she played basketball and track in high school. So it was fun to play with her.
very
yeah.
good. So I said that when we first moved and everybody said like you guys are just so involved.
Yeah.
So did you do any like music or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Or did you? Okay.
I did musicals and I was in the choir. So I just loved that. Like
Mhm.
my last year, my senior year, I was in Greece and I was Patty Simcox, the little like annoying little girl who's like not a part of the main group, but she's just like butts in all the time.
Okay.
And it couldn't fit me more, like just like the outgoing like type of character, but it was fun. And then I did like mostly chorus, like freshman, sophomore, junior year. But
What's the
I
difference
loved
between
it.
choir and chorus?
so chorus is like in a musical, it's like the people who don't have a role but just like sing background,
Gotcha.
basically.
Okay.
And then choir is obviously just like the class I took in high school. And then like you go and sing concerts and stuff. But
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
chorus is always a part of a musical.
Yeah.
Choir is like you're there for choir.
yes,
Okay.
totally.
Any show choir or anything like that?
No, we don't have show choir.
Oh,
Which
I
I'm
didn't realize
like,
that.
That's surprising.
But they like used to have it, but now they don't.
They
I'm
have that
like,
really nice performing arts center. No
Yeah,
show
they
choir.
do.
Really nice performance.
I know.
You can come back and teach show choir.
I should. Honestly, that'd be so fun. What a gig!
That
I would love it.
What a gig. Oh, that's great. What other musicals were you in?
I did the Sister Act,
Okay.
Anastasia.
Oh,
This-
you did a lot.
I did a lot. There was this one that I did that was so creepy. Oh my gosh! If any musical people are watching this, like they will know. Like it was,
Was it the
like,
haircutting one?
It was like
haircut?
Ghost
Oh, okay.
and stuff. And I was
Ghost and stuff. Is that
Ghost
the-
and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that should be literally the title. It was like we would like creep around and like, ooh, you know, I'm like, this is not my thing. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
It was, yeah, I don't know. People were like dying too. Yeah. Not someone's
Wow.
best one, honestly.
I prefer
I'm like,
Grease.
Yeah, jeez. And then I feel like I was in another one, but maybe not. I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah, super fun. I love Sister Act. That was so fun. We
Yeah.
were all like nuns in the chorus and like, yeah, it was awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you do any singing anymore?
Okay, like on the side, like in my car and stuff.
That's it?
And like my roommate, she can like play the ukulele. So sometimes we'll like just be jamming together, but not
Oh.
really.
Is your roommate on the team?
Yeah.
Who?
Taylor Stremlow.
And she can play the ukulele.
Mhm. She is like, can
Fun
do so
fact.
many things. It's crazy. Like this girl
Hmm.
has tricks up her sleeve. Yeah,
That's so cool.
I know.
You should put on like a little show.
I think we should.
Hmm.
We should. Totally. Like women's basketball talent show or something.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Well, I love Christian music.
Okay.
But besides that, I would have to say like, my
Favorite Christian song?
favorite Christian, Lauren Daigle,
Okay.
Trust in You.
I don't know if I know that one. Maybe if I heard it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Got a mic?
I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you.
That's good.
Yes.
That's
that
really
one.
good. I don't know if I've heard it.
I don't know if I have either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
Very
You
good.
Say, I love that one. That one's so good. It's like her main song, but I love her. She's awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Have you gone to her concert before?
I have.
Have you?
I did. I went last
Nice.
summer.
Where
Yeah.
at?
State Fair.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was the best concert I've ever been to. Like everyone was so into it
Mhm.
and it was so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you go to Forest Frank at the state fair?
No, but I wanted to. And then he
Yeah.
like broke his back. And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot. So
But he still made it.
he did.
You still there
Oh
singing?
wow.
Callie, where are you? Let me
Dude,
Did you
Rock-
see any of the Forrest Frank stuff?
The
No.
Lemonade song.
All of that?
Oh wow. That's where it came from?
Yeah. Well, from when he broke his back, and then he made that song while he was laying in bed.
If she would
No.
stop watching
Well.
the pretty shows
Yeah.
on Prime, she'd
See,
know
that's
all
where I've
this.
been.
That's where you've been.
That's the side of TikTok I'm on.
Yeah.
Conrad or Jeremiah.
Yeah.
And basically everyone explaining their side. So yeah.
Fair. Are you involved in TikTok? Do you do the?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I definitely like try to get on the dance trends and stuff, all
Mhm.
that sort of thing. I find it fun.
That probably
But-
comes naturally to you.
Yeah,
with
it is.
the-
It's just a cute little side job that I get to do, you know?
Yeah.
Just like
I feel like women's basketball is very involved in TikTok
we are.
in general.
Like I feel like we just had our media day last week, I think it was. And
Okay.
literally everyone made a TikTok. I mean, I like was talking to my friends, they're like, dude, you guys literally blasted my page. Like every TikTok, I women's basketball, I women's basketball. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, hey, we're blessing the feed. Come
Yeah.
on.
Blessing
Yeah.
the feed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So you were in all that stuff, obviously,
Yeah.
and sports. Basketball, I feel like, at least based on your family background, was probably year round.
Yeah.
Or close. So like, how'd you find time for everything?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me was that I'm super outgoing. And so I just love going. And I mean, like, I remember in high school, like in the morning, I would wake up super early and go get my shots up, get my work done,
What's super early?
like 5:30. And I would go and then I'd come back home, I'd shower, go to school. And then after school, if it was like fall, then we wouldn't be in season, obviously, for basketball. And so then that was musical season for me. And so then
Okay.
after school, if I had a little time, I'd go to the gym and shoot a little bit. And then I'd go to musical. And so then, yeah, but then like in this when is season like winter,
Mhm.
then the musical would be over. So I had more time obviously to practice after school and that sort of thing. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Musical is very like involved.
it
I was gonna
is.
say
It's a
that,
lot.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of time.
It is a
right?
lot. Like sometimes we would have like 6-hour practices on the weekends.
Wow.
Yeah, when it was fall, and then after school it'd be like 6 to 9. So yeah, it
Wow.
was tough.
That is
Yeah.
a lot.
I
don't think
know.
anybody expects that.
I know.
Hmm.
But it was so fun because I don't know, everyone would you just meet so many new people and
Mhm.
stuff, and then they give you a little break. So you just drive all the way to Poncheros really fast and then come back and eat your ponchos and then you're singing again. It was a blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's super
It
fun.
also kind of shows how addicted you were to basketball if you're
Yeah.
gonna get up at 5:30 to go
yeah.
play,
Yeah.
Mhm.
just so you could get some in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just love basketball. Like I just have a deep love for the game. So
Mhm.
I think I just found it so fun, just getting better and trying new things.
Yeah. What
Mhm.
was your travel team?
Mm.
Were you on?
I was on All Iowa Attack.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So that was fun too. It was just a lot of like my whole summer was like AAU basketball,
Mm.
which was fun because obviously the
Is-
people on my
I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're
is
good.
All Iowa Attack, is that AAU?
yeah,
Or is it?
it's
Okay.
it was like out of Ames.
Okay. I didn't know
Iowa
if they were
and-
two separate
Oh yeah.
like things or if it was the team that then did
Yeah.
AAU. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Keep
you're
going.
fine. So then, I mean, like my best friends were on the team, so it was fun to spend my summer with them and like travel around. We went to so many cool places, and like my dad always took me, so that kind of grew like our bond as well. And I just look back on it, and it was such a fun experience.
Mhm. Where'd you guys go?
I remember we went to Georgia for
Oh my
EYBL
goodness.
Nationals. It was
Mm.
Augusta that we went to.
Dang.
It was really fun. And we went to like Texas. I'm trying to think, where else did we go? We like always went to Texas. That was actually a big spot. I mean, just Midwest, everywhere, Florida. I mean, it was just awesome. Like,
Yeah.
How
so
many
cool.
games or tournaments are you playing in the summer?
Yeah, I mean, you play like I'd say like at least 10.
Like
10
tournaments?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
So then
lot.
you're playing like 6 games at each, and it's just insane.
Wow.
Yeah. No, AAU is crazy. Like I was actually just talking to my teammates about this the other day. Like the amount of games we played in the span of 2 days, it
Mhm.
was insane.
Right.
Like crazy.
And a lot of coaches come out for that stuff, right?
Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
so the live period is kind of towards the end of the summer. So
Can you
it's
define
like
live period?
live period is like when college coaches can come watch.
Gotcha.
So that's like July, June, July, and then I think a little bit in August. But they come out and watch, and that was always fun. I mean, seeing like all the different college coaches there and stuff. It's cool.
I'm assuming you met a lot of the girls too that now you compete against.
Yes.
Right? That got recruited elsewhere.
Totally. I
Yeah.
mean, like my team that won nationals, like there's 2 girls at Iowa State now, 1 girl at Marquette, 1 girl at Drake, and then Journey, which is she's on my team now,
Mhm.
and then Divine, which she's at LSU. So it's just crazy, like
Wow.
the people you meet and now where they're at, and I'll get to compete against them. So.
Did you just glaze over the fact that you won nationals?
Yeah, we did win nationals. I did.
I was like, I'm
That's so
pretty sure I
cool.
heard that she's like the team that won nationals.
So yeah, that was like highlight of that was so cool. It was like kind of COVID, kind of not, but we went to Augusta and you had to play like I think you had to win all 6 or 8 games straight. Like you couldn't lose a game.
Mhm.
And so our team I think we went like 8-0 and won nationals, and it was like on ESPN.
No way.
It was crazy. The
That's
craziest
cool.
thing. And I just remember like Lisa and Jan were there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome.
Ooh, I got chills.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like, and I wasn't even committed then, so I don't know. It's just so fun to look back.
When you won nationals, what did you get? A ring, a jacket? What was the?
Okay, so we got a hat.
This is important to me.
We
Okay.
got this like trophy that was, I don't even know. It was like a glass trophy. Like
Whoa.
so cool. I
Mhm.
know. And then we got like shirts. What else did we get? Oh, we got like a bunch of confetti. Like we went to a room and like it was like
They
it
had
was like
confetti waiting.
yeah, it was just like and then like we took pictures. I'm pretty sure there was like it wasn't champagne. It was like I don't even know what it was, like carbonated something. And we were like, and then I'm like,
Stop.
it was awesome. I was like, oh my gosh.
That is so
Yes.
cool. The reason
Yeah.
I asked that is because now, so when I was cheerleading,
Yeah.
we won nationals too. And that
Okay.
was the only place that you could win a jacket. So it was like a really big deal that you could win this jacket, right?
Oh,
That was
that's
like national
awesome.
champion on the back of it. Now you go like, they do like Pee-wee baseball and they win a fake diamond
Oh,
ring
yeah.
everywhere you go. You win a jacket at every single place that you go and win. You know what I'm saying?
It's just, yes.
And so I was just curious.
You sounded a little bitter about it.
Well-
Everybody gets a jacket now.
Well, yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's what was special. Is like, oh, I want the
like,
when
I
win
worked
the-
hard for this.
get
You know, I
jacket.
don't just get it every place.
Don't you notice that? Like probably with your little brother that like he
totally.
comes home with a ring everywhere he goes.
Yes. Or like,
Like that was supposed to be reserved for like the Super Bowl,
I
not
know.
Pee Wee State.
No, it was
Like-
the Super Bowl. Yeah. Jeez. What
I
does
don't
it come
know.
to?
I love it.
What has it come to? You sports are crazy.
I know.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
And you guys, I'm assuming the rest of your younger siblings are very involved in youth sports. Do you make it to a
Yeah.
lot of their stuff?
I do. I try to. Like my little sister, she's in cross country and volleyball right now. She's
Okay.
trying them both.
Oh,
And
That's a lot.
I know, like
altogether.
none of us have done cross country or volleyball. So
Yeah.
this is like
Those are like the
huge.
exact opposite of each
Yes,
other.
they literally are.
And how old is she?
She is in 7th grade.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Did she make the A team or the B team or the C team?
A team. She was
Good for
hype.
her.
I know. She
Did
was
you
so
expect
excited.
B-team?
Just saying.
She was so excited.
It's her first time.
I know.
I
it
expected
is.
18.
And I don't know, I went to her cross country meet like a couple days ago, and girl is just like, it's just so funny to me. Like you come for like 10 minutes to watch like their cross country meet, you know, run, and then after, and then we go, okay, good job. And then, all right, bye. Like,
Yeah.
there's no halftime. There's no nothing. It's
Oh,
just,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
You just run.
you just run. Yeah.
That's it.
And you have to run to watch them. Like that's the,
Oh,
you know, they
yeah.
start here and then they go here and there and there and there. And you're like, okay, which point do I want to find? And then like watch her. And then what point do I want to run to next? And it's
Oh,
crazy.
It's like an active spectator sport
It
too.
is.
That's
It's
not my
literally a
kind.
workout. I'm like, dude, I came here to like eat popcorn and sit down, not
Yeah.
run around.
You need a golf cart.
Yes. I think you're onto something.
That would be great. You can borrow ours next
Okay,
time.
thank
Can you
you.
imagine just next to
Just
it?
go right next to
You
her.
could
You're
be the
yeah.
pacer.
Yes.
Faster.
Well, Max is out at 22 miles an hour, so I doubt she's running that fast.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You can just.
Oh
go
yeah, I
with
can
the whole
cruise
time.
around. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So
Or I might
great.
have to just, you know, like there's like a what is it? A side by side that leads them. So maybe
Oh.
I'll just write on that with him and then like watch behind me.
She would have to be in first place though.
She would. So I'd have to tell her, let's go.
pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so good. And your youngest sibling is how old?
He is
McGuire.
in 4th grade.
Did you listen
So-
to any of the stuff? You
That's
talked
a
about
lot
all
of
this?
kids to
It's so
keep
many.
track of. I couldn't
So
do it
I
even if
remember
I
it
was the
fourth grade,
parent.
for what it's worth.
Okay. Yeah.
Is he like flag football? Does he
He's
get into that kind of
he's
stuff?
flag
Okay.
football, baseball. He is into soccer right now, which
Mm-hmm.
has been fun. I mean, sometimes he'll like come golfing with me. Like,
Oh,
yeah, he
fun.
loves to go to the range. I'm like, he just loves it all, which is
Yeah.
fun.
That's really cool.
Mhm.
So your parents are very much on the side of like, let's get them involved in as much as they
Yeah.
want to be, or is it kind of like an agreement of like every season you're going to have a sport? Like, how does that work for you guys?
I think it's more of like, do what you want, but let's be involved in like more than one thing.
Mm.
Just because, you know, you want to be well-rounded. And I think that it just helped me so much. Like my high school experience, just being in so many different things that now I'm just can manage my time better. And I don't know, I'm just more disciplined. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's just like, let's be in more than one thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then your senior year,
Mhm.
you guys won state,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
What was that experience
Oh,
like?
that was so cool.
State basketball. I
Yes.
should clarify.
I mean, like, that was always the goal, right? That was the dream, to win state with your friends. And my junior year, we came so close. We lost the game to get to the championship.
okay.
That was a bummer. But then I was like, all right, I'm back for revenge. Let's go. And so we had a really good season, and the state tournament was so fun.
Mhm.
We had so many seniors. It was like Haley, Mia, me, Anna. So like all four of us started, and we were just kind of like, this is our year.
hmm
And to win it, like so many people from the community came out to Wells Fargo, which is literally like 2 hours away.
hmm
So I
Like-
think we watched it on TV.
It
We
was
did, yeah.
crazy. Like
It was
the amount of
packed.
support that we had and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember this one moment when I knew like game was over. There was 20 seconds on the clock. They were dribbling the ball down, and I mean, it was I think we got to stop, and I got the rebound or something. And then all of a sudden, like I just tears started rolling down my face.
Aw.
And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I'm like looking up. I'm like, wow, thank you, God, like for giving me this.
Mm,
It was just so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you had some like crazy stats that state game.
That was an
Weren't they
awesome
chanting
game.
Queen Levine?
Yeah, that was so funny. Gosh, the boys in my grade are so funny. They literally came up with that. So kudos to them for coming up with that.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
What were your stats that game?
I think I was 27 points and then 8 rebounds and like 4 assists maybe. So I had a really great game to end my career. That was cool.
I think it was either a picture or I just remember like some sort of like video or something that you hit a deep 3 and you like flexed in front of the student section. Do you remember this?
I remember that. That was cool.
That was sweet.
I remember because I was in the corner and the student section was literally rude on the other team. They were like,
oh, I'm sure.
Overrated, all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, stop. And then
Were
I
you
hit the
already
3.
committed by that point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then I just turned around and I was like, just a little subtle.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's so
Totally.
good.
What was the recruiting process like?
Yeah. It was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think the first time, well, I got my first offer going into my freshman year, and it was from
Going
Arkansas.
into your freshman?
Yes. So it was crazy.
Yo.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was like, whoa, this is like real. Like,
Did a lot of that come from like All Iowa Attack?
Yeah.
Was that kind of
that was kind of like, I just got so much like looks
Exposure.
exposure through All Iowa Attack. And the coaches did a great job of just putting us in great positions. And so that was really, really awesome. And then a bunch of coaches saw me that summer. And I think that's where I just really took off. And I was like, oh, wow, I can do this, And then, but that didn't really, honestly, I mean, it was great. It was awesome. But, I'm a hometown girl and I was like, I want to go to Iowa. So I remember I was in the car and I had just gotten finished with my last game. We won the tournament. Jan and Lisa were both there. And then my dad's like, hey, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what? And he's like, Jan and Lisa want to call you. And I'm like, I was like freaking out. I'm like literally in the front seat, like speechless. And so then like later on that week, I called them and I think they ended up offering me like my freshman going into my sophomore year. So that summer. And I kid you not, I think it took me maybe a month and I went to visit and I was like, I want to go here.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't commit right on the spot. You waited a month.
I did wait a month. Yes. And then I
You're
came.
like, I'm not desperate.
I
Just
know. I'm like, okay. So and I made some really good relationships with like some of the coaches that I called. Like I had a really good relationship with an Oklahoma State coach who now coaches somewhere else. And so I think it was just for me too. I was like, oh, I don't want to tell them no,
Yeah.
which was hard, but I knew what I wanted, which was cool. And yeah, it was.
So
just
how many
awesome.
offers did you end up getting?
I think like it was like 20 plus, I think. And like, yeah, it was so it was so cool. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
can't-
incredible.
I can't imagine being 13, which is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think 13 or 14.
Getting
Yeah.
a phone call from the University of Arkansas.
I know. Hey, we want to like pay for your college. Oh, awesome.
I'll see you in 5 years.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm trying to picture myself at 13.
There's no freaking way.
I was running 400s and dying at the 100
They
mark.
came to one of your track meets. Taking that out.
Man, we've
Oh.
just pulled your scholarship. Got it. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
That is really young.
Yeah.
You don't
was
hear about
insane.
that in football,
Yeah,
for example.
no.
That's pretty much
I mean,
unheard of.
Basketball, it's been like, they see the potential and see how they can develop you. And then they're like, hey.
I mean, think about like the growth spurts. Like, from what I understand, you can correct me. Like, girls grow a little bit sooner.
Yes.
Top out sooner.
Top out. So is that?
Yeah.
I wonder if that kind of plays into it.
You know what? I bet it does because, us as girls, we mature sooner. So, like,
So,
Okay.
girls rule, boys rule.
yeah, basically what I'm trying to say. But so I bet that has to play into it.
So I'm trying to imagine like 5 years of growth for a guy could be like 8 inches.
No, totally.
Yeah, especially between 13 and 18. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Totally. So yeah.
Sorry, that was an aside.
No,
but-
Yeah.
totally.
I mean, that had to have been like just a dream of yours too. Because Lisa's, she lives around here. We
Yeah.
know this. And so you had to have some sort of kind of relationship with her. That had to have been just like a dream, knowing what an amazing person she is, just like at the foundational level, right? Like just basketball aside, she's one of the best people I think I've ever met. So playing for her had to have been a dream, just in that respect, right?
I mean, such a dream. Like my whole life, I grew up going to games, watching her coach, and like her kids went to Solon.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to some of like David's basketball games, watched him, got to see her. Like it was just, I knew that it was right for me because of the relationship that I had built with her, and she's just an awesome person, like you said. So
yeah,
so cool.
Okay, so take me through your freshman year.
Yeah.
What did that look like for you?
Of college, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was gonna say, freshman year of college. So I'm a journalism major, and I didn't know that because I came in like I was like maybe business, but then I took a business class. Intro to entrepreneurship.
Oof.
Hey,
Okay.
that was.
And it
I
was
took that class.
Yeah, it's fine, just not up my alley. Yeah, it's fine. Like,
Well, who's your professor? You remember?
I don't know.
You are so far removed, you wouldn't know any of the professors.
No, I wouldn't. But
Something
I was gonna act like I
Dowling.
did.
Dowling? No.
No, no, but I remember the final for our, maybe it was entrepreneurship and innovation. Maybe that was the class I took. But for our final, he just gave us like a poster board and it was like, I just want you to draw and somehow articulate everything you learned this semester. There's nothing right, nothing wrong. Just here's what you learned. You can use the front and back.
So that wasn't mine because my final was I had to do this whole analysis on why like Pepsi, like the difference between Pepsi and Coke and how they market it and how they like innovated it and all this stuff. And I'm like,
no, that's way different.
I just don't want to do that. But yeah, so then I think it was like maybe towards the end of the second semester where I was like, ooh, I kind of like this whole idea of like journalism. I love to write. I love to journal. Like that's something I do in the mornings before my games. Just love it. So, and obviously I love to like talk and meet new people and stuff. So yeah, that is now my major and I've just been really enjoying it. So, but freshman year, came in injured. So that was really hard. I couldn't practice the whole summer because I had a stress reaction in my foot and I had never been injured before. So it was really hard. I was like, dude, really? I'm coming into this dream of mine injured. Like it was hard. And
that's
then like
one of those ones you have to wait out.
Yes.
Right?
Like you can't do anything really about it other than wait. And that's hard. So yeah, I kind of just did rehab on the sidelines with a couple girls while watching practice. Just difficult. And then I think like maybe 2 weeks before our first game or like 3 weeks, then I started practicing. And it was interesting. It was an interesting time because everyone had learned everything. And so I was just kind of thrown into the mix. And that was like kind of eye-opening. I was like, wow, like this is like, I'm here, I'm doing this. And like, I think the speed of the game, like you can like tell it just changes from high school to, you know, AAU to college. And so that was kind of tough to pick up at first as well. But besides all that, like, I just met the best people. Like it was the culture that is just stuck out to me from this past year. Just, you know, like Lucy, like I just became really great friends with her and just still supporting each other. And like Sid, like coming back, being a GA, like that says something. And just, I know like we wanted to go farther than we did, but I'm so proud of like how far we did come because people like honestly counted us out after like the, you know, Caitlin Clark and Caitlin and Cade and Gabby, you know, all those like amazing players. So just to come back and be like, hey, we're still here. We're still in this. Like that was really special.
Yeah. So your freshman year was the year after Caitlin graduated.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That was definitely an interesting switch.
Totally.
There was a lot happening there.
Yes.
As far as like what people expected out of the culture and just like the expectations on your guys is what was going to happen during the season.
Yes.
And then Lisa retiring, of course.
I was gonna say that's like one of the major parts too
Yes.
about
Yeah.
coaching change.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I remember that like, it's kind of cool though. Cause like when she retired, like no one left, like all the recruits and everyone stayed,
Yeah.
which says something about it too, you know?
Definitely. Well, I mean, you think about how long Jan has been here.
Totally.
And she's just so close with Lisa,
Yes.
and the way that they handle themselves is so similar to a point. I feel like, you know, you can see some continuity in that. But I was just thinking that when you committed, what was the state of women's basketball at that point? Like Iowa women's basketball?
Yeah. It was, so I committed my sophomore year. So that was what, I think that was like
Caitlin's sophomore year.
Caitlin's sophomore year. So did they have a run then? When was their runs? It was her junior and senior year because her first year was COVID.
Yes.
So sophomore year was, I don't even remember. What was that? I don't know. They're still awesome.
Maddie P.
Yeah. Can you figure out what 2000?
2021?
2021?
2021?
What was your freshman year?
Callie.
2020 was my freshman year. So yeah, 2021, right? No. Wait.
What was your freshman year in high school?
What was it? Because I graduated 2024. Yes. I graduated 2024. So 2021.
Okay.
So yeah. So that would have been Caitlin's sophomore year. And they lost to UConn.
Yes.
As our producer Matthew just explained, in the second round of the NCAA tournament. So women's basketball definitely was on the up and up. But at the same time, the changes that happened and like the way that women's basketball as a whole and Iowa women's basketball was put on the map, like her junior and senior year, was probably something that you didn't even expect when you first committed, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like, I committed, and just because honestly, I just always wanted to be a Hawkeye. You know, it wasn't like, oh, they're this big time. Like, obviously it was on the rise, like you were saying, but it was just more of like, I just want to come in here because I love Iowa and I want my family to come watch me. You know, I want to be supported by my community and I love the culture.
That's super important.
So then to just like see like the greatness that it became, like, wow. And to be a part of that, it's a blessing. So
then your senior year, you win state. Did you win nationals your senior year? What year was that?
Freshman year.
Freshman year. Okay. So you win state your senior year, kind of like riding high on that. Then all of a sudden you have like Travis Scott and Jake from State Farm, like at Carver for all of these games, and things are just absolutely popping off. I mean, that just had to be like, oh my goodness, what am I stepping into?
Yeah,
right?
It was. I mean, there was like some big shoes to fill, you know, like just looking at it. And I remember going to those games like with my friends now, you know, in my class, and like we would just look around and be like, oh my goodness, like let's go get a picture. Like it's insane.
Maya Moore was there.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's a lot.
I will say, even though you weren't playing, we always saw you. You're probably one of the biggest celebration people on the side.
Yes.
Do you have a go-to? I always see something different, but it's like way out in front.
I feel like I'm usually like just jumping off the bench and then like doing like some sort of three or like, I don't even know. Like just different
do you practice any of those?
No.
It's
just
all
like,
spur of the moment.
It's like so creative. I'm like, how do I, what?
It's like a musical on the bench.
It is. Like,
look at you.
It really is. I mean, yeah. So yeah, that was so cool. I mean, it's hard not playing, but you have to put it in perspective and be there for your teammates because that's the most important part is like doing the best that you can with what you're given. And that's kind of what I did.
Well, it has to be too, like your senior year going into college. It's like, I want to I mean, obviously you were injured at the time, but like you kind of want to, before you were injured, the idea was I'm going to make an impact immediately when I get there, right? Like that's the goal of any competitor.
Anyone.
You don't go into your freshman year of any sport and think, I think I'll just hang on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, like
No,
that's
you
not
don't.
the mindset. The mindset of a competitor is I'm going to go play.
100%.
If you go into it thinking I'm going to sit on the bench,
you're right.
that's not the right mindset.
No, it's not.
Even if you could probably assume, Matt's like making a face at me like I don't know what I'm talking
I was
about.
160 pounds. I kind of expected that I was going to redshirt when I got to Iowa. I
But-
didn't, but that's the point.
But you didn't compete like you were going
No.
to. No. Your mindset was I'm going to do what I can to
I'm
be
going to do
able
what
to
I
be
can.
out on
yes.
the field.
Yes.
Totally.
Matt, come on.
Hashtag
like
be nicer to Matt.
Like I don't know ball. Come on.
Come on, she know ball. You guys need to make that TikTok. That would be so funny.
What is it?
It's, oh my gosh, it's such a trend right now. You got to be like,
Okay.
okay,
so
so
now we
this
got to
is
fill
what
this at the end.
so this is what you got to do. Okay, so basically you'll be like, you know, it's like a quote that's like, you don't know ball, and
Okay.
like from him to you, and you'll be like, oh, I know ball. And then it'll like, I don't know, it's just like a bunch of different pictures of like, you could do like you at a football game or like things like that. And like, then I don't know, when he says like, you don't know ball, like it's a picture of him at Iowa, like being like, you don't know ball because I know ball. Like, it's a trend right now. And it's so funny.
I would not know how to put this together. Maybe you can help us.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
We'll put that on the official page.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, I love that. So many ideas. This is what we need you for.
Hey.
Keep us young.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep us young.
I don't even know where I was. What was I talking
What
about?
were we talking about?
You go into it expecting to make an impact.
Oh, yeah.
but then you
Correct.
hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the mindset shift that has to happen for you to be like, okay, like I'm not going to immediately make an impact on the court because I'm injured. So that's going to look different.
Yeah.
The mindset shift that has to happen of like, okay, so what role do I play on this team then? Like, what does that look like for you?
Yeah.
How did you kind of get to that point where I guess I am the celebrator on the bench, like the encourager, or I don't know, how did that look for you?
It was hard to get there. I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, no one wants to sit on the bench, and coming from playing all my life, like I've never sat on the bench. It was hard.
And being the one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the shift happened for me when like probably midway through the season, maybe a little bit before, where I was like, God has put me in this role right now, and I need to do the best I can in it. You know, I need to, honestly, I was just trying to serve him and what he had given me. And at that time it was being a cheerleader, being a teammate, and he was just trying to teach me patience, and he still is. And yeah, I just learned so much from it, you know, like how I can, when there's a teammate that you want that spot out there, like how can I just still serve her and be a kind teammate instead of just like wanting that, you know what I mean? And people don't talk about that a lot, but like it's so hard, you know, cheering for someone who like has your position out there.
Yeah.
And so you really got to rely on the Lord and be like, God, like give me, you know, that patience and that timing and trusting in your plan for me. So yeah, I think that was when it switched. But then it was just from there, I was like, all right, you know, let's just be so full of joy and every moment, like just be where your feet are, count it all joy. And yeah, so I think that.
I kind of think of a couple things there, and forgive me, I'm not 100% biblically literate.
Yeah.
But I know there's a verse that basically says, run the race so that you may win. I don't know. I blanking exactly where it is.
I remember that verse too.
But so like, that's the competitive side, right? Like I want to win. That's my spot. I want to win.
Totally.
But at the same time, not tying value to an outcome, which is like the main point of the gospel, right? So I think those can coincide.
Totally.
And I think about like when I played in 2015, it was like the team that went undefeated in the regular season. We all were competing with one another, but we all wanted each other to do better so that the team did better. Like we had six or seven guys that would play consistently, and there's only 2 or 3 on the field. So like, how do you get on the field, but then also, you know, build up your buddy when he's out there?
Yes.
And I think that's the major mind shift. But to have those two things in perspective, I'm going to try and win this race because that's what I'm called to do. But at the same time, my value is not dictated whether or not I'm on the court or not.
Totally.
The second one is a lot harder to learn. It's a lot easier to.
Yes.
It's a lot easier to want.
Yes.
Right?
It's so much easier to just be like, I want this, you know, I'm going to go get this and stuff. But then like the other part of it is, what am I like racing towards, right? I'm racing to serve him and like for the king and like for his kingdom. And so that's the hard part about it is like shifting your perspective on, okay, this is the gift God has given me. I'm going to do the best that I can with it. But what am I living for? I'm living for his kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's not an overnight thing.
No, it's not. And yeah.
We want it to be, but
it's not. It's a daily, it's a daily thing. So
yeah, I think the thing that popped out in my mind was like the process of dying to yourself, right? Which is exactly what he calls us to do. And it's like one of, in my opinion, the hardest thing about even just being a human is like, there are so many things that you want to feel and that you do feel of like anger, bitterness, jealousy, right? Of like, well, that's supposed to be my spot. Or why am I in this position where I'm hurt and I have to sit out, and why does she get to play? And you know what? She's not even better than me, right? Like, and that's not what I'm saying you were thinking, but those are the thoughts that like, as a human, totally natural for us to have. And the process of like dying to those feelings and dying to yourself and serving something that's so much higher than you. And just those like natural occurrences in your head is like, how am I supposed to do this? Right. And then that's when your like reliance on the Lord has to happen. And it's just like a long term, like something that happens throughout your entire life.
Yes.
But just a huge shift that you probably had to make
totally
throughout a very like formidable part of your life too, right? You're 19 years old,
Yeah.
18 years old,
Yeah.
and having to have those like
yeah.
conversations with yourself and conversations with him, right? Of
Mhm.
like, how do I manage this
Totally.
and manage these feelings? So that had to have been pretty difficult.
Yeah, I think it definitely was. But I think the thing that kept me like going and kept me so full of joy was the people that surrounded me. And
Mm.
like I don't know, it was so cool because I was able to like kind of just be bold in my faith because I felt so respected by my teammates. And that's not something that you get everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And so like we were able to just like be so honest with each other about where we're at in our faith. And I think that connected our team so
Wow.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Just like even starting a Bible study last year, like that was so cool. And like praying before the game, just
Wow.
so many different things that like just we all grew each other in our faith. So that was really cool.
Yeah. And you think about that foundation for your team culture.
Yes.
That's a foundation that really can't be broken
It
either,
really
right?
is.
Through the
Yeah.
highs and the lows. It's not, you know, a foundation that's built on winning,
Mhm.
even though you guys do win a lot
Yeah.
of games. And that
Yes.
is part of the culture.
Yes.
Like it is a winning culture. And Jan has been a part of a lot of winning
Mhm.
cultures throughout her tenure and throughout her life. But then also it's just a foundation that's built on so much more that's going to last you past wins and losses.
Totally.
Right.
Yes.
That's really cool. I do have a question too,
Mhm.
just on your faith. Like your family is very rooted in their faith.
Yeah.
How, I mean, a lot of times you see, I mean, just speaking from my own experience, it's like you can, living in your own house, being around your parents all the
Mhm.
time, like doing the daily things of like, we all go to church, we all pray
Totally.
before meals, right? And then you go to college and you're off by
Mhm.
yourself and you have all this freedom. And it's like, well,
Mhm.
wait a second. And that kind of falls off to the side
Yeah.
for a lot of people. Again,
Yeah.
speaking from my own experience.
Yeah.
How has that not happened for you?
Good question. I think
Mhm.
the big thing for me was, I grew up in a Christian home and I was taught, don't do this, don't do that. But I think when I like started to like dive into the Bible, like, you know, I think it was like my freshman year I got baptized. And then after that I was like, dang, I really want to learn this for myself. I want to dive in and learn like what God like wants from me and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And then I started to learn that and I just wanted it for my life because like things are so temporary. And that's something that I always think about is like partying so temporary, like all this other stuff so temporary. Like it can fulfill you for like maybe like few hours and then after like what are you filled with? Nothing.
Mm.
Like your cup is so empty.
Mhm.
And I just didn't want to live a life with a cup empty. I just wanted to be like full of joy and I wanted to fill my cup. And in order to do that, like you do sometimes have to be different and live life different and not do what is the norms of college life.
Mhm.
And I think it makes it easier too because I am an athlete. And so like most of the things that people want to do, like I'm not going to do that because like I want to succeed at my race as well, you know? Like I'm living for God, but he gave me this gift. And so I want to do the best that I can with it. And
Mhm.
so I think that has kind of sort of helped me. And it's not perfect every day. Like I
Right.
struggle so much with, you know, everything that college students struggle with, but it is just so helpful to me that I have a foundation that I can always come back to and be like, Lord, like help me, you know,
Mm.
sustain me.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I think of two things with that. One, yes, everything's finite.
yeah.
And what's interesting is how the shift, when you're initially thinking it's finite and you don't have the gospel,
Mm-hmm.
it can be harrowing because you're like, at some point, this is all going to come to an end
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to have anything.
Yeah.
Like when I'm done playing,
What? Yeah.
what am I? Right.
Mhm.
So replacing the harrowing thought with hope. The other part that you brought up that's a really good point is that it's not, you don't not struggle,
Mm.
but that's part of the Lord's Prayer, which is give me my daily bread. So every day we have to ask, what can I have for today that gets me through today? Because you can't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't worry about the past because that's in the past. So
Mhm.
today I need my daily bread so that I can handle the problems that come today, which is the normal thoughts of everything
Totally.
that she talked about earlier.
Mhm.
Those are going to keep coming. But how do you take those thoughts captive and fight back with your scriptural warfare, essentially, to be able to put that off and keep the gospel as the main point?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's just like you were saying, such a daily battle, you know? And I think the best thing we can do for it is just get into our Bible, see the truth every day. And it's hard because we're so busy, especially like I found it really hard. I'm like, okay, I got to wake up extra early because this is what I need. I need my daily bread.
Mhm.
And But yeah, just being disciplined in that, you know, waking up, getting into my devotion, and just keeping God present in everything I do, praying before practice. If I mess up in a drill, just being like, Lord, flush it, help me flush that. Like, that's not going to help my next drill, you know? And then like, even during games, I would just put like, count all joy on my hand. That's kind of my like little saying, because it reminds me that, you know, whatever I'm going through, that just to put a smile on my face and try to be the best that I can in that moment, because like, don't take it for granted. I mean, we're in this moment, be where your feet are, enjoy it. It goes by fast.
Did Lisa used to say that? Be where your feet are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that
That's
saying.
what I thought. So I thought that was kind of her deal.
Yes.
I think it's a slight edge thing. We talked about it a lot too. Now, granted, Lisa and KF came in at the same time.
This is true.
I want to say it was a slight edge. I think it was originally coined by the All Blacks, which is a rugby team out of New Zealand.
Okay.
And one of their leaders would often say, "Be where your feet are." So you'd look down at the pitch, see that your feet are on the pitch, and then it's like, all right, this is where I need to be. I think that's where it's originally coined. If not, the people in the comments will tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
Good background. Good
Like it.
background.
Yes.
It sounded good. Okay. Before we wrap up, what is the goal for you with post basketball? What you want to do with your career? You said you're studying journalism. What does that look like for you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I think the end goal for me would to be getting into sports broadcasting. Whether that's on Big Ten Network, you know, just
Like on camera or like writing for them?
like on camera. Like talking to the players, to the coaches, you know, like that sort of thing. And then it would be even cooler to be on like an NFL sideline and be talking.
So she know ball?
So she know ball. She know ball. Come on. Yeah, I've been, okay, so my boyfriend, he plays football at Dubuque. So I've been like, you know, getting into that football stuff. And he's a quarterback. So I'm like,
Oh, he knows.
I'm like,
So he knows
he
ball.
knows ball. Listen, he knows ball. Yeah. So I have to know ball. But I think, yeah, I've just been learning a bunch of different stuff. And I mean, even you, Laura, like just giving me the opportunity to talk to you and stuff is so special.
Totally.
And learning from so many different people, like that's just kind of what I want to do. Is get as much knowledge as I can and then just take it into my own job and stuff and wherever that takes me. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited. It'll
That's
be fun.
exciting. You are a homebody though. Would you ever move out to like the LA, the New York, to like do that Chicago?
Yes.
Big Ten Networks in Chicago.
So I think I could.
Okay.
I could definitely.
Well, you got to say it on the mic that you can.
Yes, I definitely can. I
You
think.
can.
Like, I think when I meet new people and get comfortable with people and make friends and that sort of thing, like it will make it easier because I am such an extroverted person. Even though I need my mom every day. But
She's just a phone call away.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I think I'd be able to do it. But I think long term, like coming back here and I don't know what I would do back here.
Being the host of Hawkeye Sports. I can't do it forever, Callie.
I mean, yeah. Hey, maybe that's in the plan. But yeah, I think I do want to come back here at some point because I was just so special. I mean, I don't know. I just love it. I love the community. People are so nice here. It's a great place to just raise kids. And yeah, it's just an awesome place.
Very good. Okay. Well, this was great.
Yeah, this was awesome.
This was so lovely. We just appreciate your time and appreciate your openness. And we wish you the best of luck this season. How are you feeling, by the way?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Good. Okay.
I'm pumped. I mean, official practice next week. Like, let's go.
Okay.
I have been on the grind and I know my teammates have been too. So expect great things this year.
Incredible.
I like that.
And you guys have some like we can't really talk about recruits, but I will just say you have some really good recruits on the horizon.
Yes, totally.
And hopefully some of that can come to fruition too. So we'll keep our eye.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
So do some good hosting is what I'm saying, Callie.
Yes,
in
I
here.
will.
Yeah.
I actually have been hosting quite a bit, so I'm on that.
Good.
You know, if they come here, it's because
Because
I got them a great coffee and they loved it so much.
Yep. That's what sold it.
Yep.
Oh, so good. Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck and we
Yeah.
just appreciate your time.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you guys too.
Well, hey, Talkin Hawks fans, we are so excited about our newest sponsor of the podcast, and that is Stack Wellness Cafe. Okay. Are you done interrupting?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Go.
Stack Wellness Cafe is fast, healthy food that you can grab on the go. It is protein shakes, bowls, and all kinds of other things to help you hit your protein goals for the day. Everything is made better.
I mean, I bought it. I go there. I'm going to drink it.
Well, truthfully, Matt goes there like every other day. I'm pretty sure you come home with a Stack protein shake almost every single day.
If you knew about it, you'd do it too.
All of their food is cooked locally and fresh and is delivered to each location for maximum quality and flavor. Okay. It's delicious. Wouldn't you say, Matt?
Nothing brings fans together on game day like great pizza and good company. At Marquee Pizzeria in the Iowa River Landing, we fire up fresh wood-fired pies, served ice-cold drinks, and create the perfect spot for fans of all ages. Whether you're out with friends or making it a family night, Marquee Pizzeria is the place to celebrate before or after the game. Grandma's Hands is my favorite. Find us in Coralville at the Iowa River Landing District. Go Hawks. I love Estella's because it's fresh. From fresh grilled steak to the salsas to the fresh pressed tortillas. I love Estella's because it's made there right in front of you and it's quick and it doesn't feel like fast food. It's fresh food made quickly.
We both love Estella's because it's made with love. They put a lot of pride in their food and customer service, and they're locally owned. Fresh food, made quick, and with love. Check out Estella's today. Okay, Matt. So, Indiana. Taking them on for homecoming.
Yep.
Can you believe it's homecoming already?
Got me.
Either way, we're going to get into the Laura segment brought to you by Big Grove. And we are discussing the lore at Indiana University. There is so much. I can't even get through all of it.
In the car and you wouldn't tell me what it is. So
I'm going to tell you why I was laughing. It was so stupid. Okay. So we're going to start off with a fountain. Are you ready? It's the Showalter Fountain. And it's supposed to be Venus rising from the water, surrounded by like bronze fish.
It's kind of crazy how much like mythology is on all these campuses.
Yep. It's not crazy, Matt. It's all a conspiracy. But this, so it was dedicated to the university in 1961. And there's a few different myths that go along with it. So the first one is if you touch Venus before an exam, you're going to fail. Like that's like just such a choice though, you know, like.
I don't want this one.
Yeah.
Or are people getting thrown into Venus?
Maybe. I don't know how.
How readily accessible can you get to Venus?
I don't know.
It's a fountain when you.
It's pretty big too. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The other one is if you swim in the fountain before graduation, you're going to live in Bloomington for the rest of your life.
No, that's also a choice.
Yep. If
Bloomington,
you swim in it,
and then you just dive
in forever.
Okay.
And this is the strangest one of all. Okay. One of the 5, I told you there's 5 bronze fish that are kind of like swimming, quote unquote, around Venus statue. Okay. And as of today, there's only 4 of the original fish on the fountain. Okay. So after Indiana's historic 1987 men's basketball national championship win, one of the fish disappeared, never to be seen again. Okay. So while the replica was installed in 2009, the legends surrounding the original still persist. Okay. So some say that it'll be returned when Indiana wins another national title in basketball, while others believe the team won't win again until the fish is brought back, the original fish. Can you imagine? They're just on this long drought of national championships until this fish comes back and some guy's got it in his basement, some like weird storage unit. You know?
Is that why you were laughing? Because they're never getting the fish back?
No, there's another part I was laughing about. Thank you so much for asking. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Okay. So that the fountain's nickname is the one that got away because it's the fish that got away.
So that's the one. So it's the Showalter Fountain. All of this is the same fountain.
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. There's so many myths that go around it. So when former head coach Bobby Knight was fired in 2000, a bunch of students gathered at the fountain to protest his firing. And they carried one of the fish. They took one of the fish off. I don't know how these fish are so easy to get off. They're made of bronze. I don't know.
What kind of
cement that in there like the Rutgers war cannon. Put it in cement. Either way, they carried one of the fish all the way to the football stadium for some reason.
He's a basketball coach.
I don't know. And then in 2013, 2 more fish were almost stolen, just after graduation. You guys, at some point, we have to figure out how to get these fish in there and keep them.
So,
But if you're out there and you have the 5th fish that is missing all the way back from whatever year I said that was, a long time ago, 1987 or whatever, bring it back.
no,
Why?
if they can't win until it comes back, like, why would we cheer for another Big Ten school?
'Cause it's
Hold
big-
that fish.
It's a Big Ten school. This is what I was laughing
What
about.
that fish be doing?
So, Matthew, do not give him that. That is so dumb.
That's a callback, by the way, to one of our previous episodes.
Okay. So the reason I was laughing in the car was I literally, like, when I do these segments, I just type into Google the name of the school and then lore. And it usually comes up with like different,
You're giving away all of your tricks.
yeah, different like articles, stuff that's like from official websites, some like random stuff, and sometimes some like Reddit forums where people will be like, hey, like I'm graduating from Indiana. What's some different lore or like stuff that I need to do or experience on the
Before I
campus
graduate.
before I graduate? And so somebody was like, hey, what's some different lore that's on the campus besides ABC, whatever?
Besides
And
the fountain.
somebody commented and was like, oh, you know, the statue that has 2 butts. And I was like, what? And they were like, and people were commenting like, yeah, no, that's so obvious, the statue with 2 butts. And so somebody made, this is why I was laughing, because somebody made this, Matthew, I'm going to send this to you to put it like up on the screen, but somebody made this like diagram that was like butt 1, butt 2.
Hold on.
It's like shows, and people were commenting like, no, that's obviously just her, what do they call
Lower
that?
back,
Yeah, it's obviously her, what's that called?
hip,
No, when you have like fat that goes over
muffin top.
muffin top. Yeah, that's what people are saying.
No, wait, it's a different color.
I know. And
That's
so-
butt 1 for sure.
No, totally. So anyway,
Why are there so many fountains on campus also?
I don't know. So that's it's a really weird statue, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
like they added butt 1 later.
Yeah, it definitely has 2 butts because that's so low for the second
butt
one.
2.
For butt 2 is way too low. So anyway, there's that one. And then I have one more, but there was like 3 different ones. There's one with the hatchet man. You have to look this up. But basically it was like this thing where there was a guy that like had a hatchet that was chasing these 2 girls, and one of them like hid. And the other one was like, oh, I'm like really trying to like bring this all
Condense it.
together, like really short. Yes. And one of them was like, they're like, here, like if you want to come over, like knock on my door in this very specific way so we know it's not the guy with the hatchet. Cause I guess this was during like a summer break or like winter break or something like that. I don't know. And so one of the girls that was like inside her dorm heard all of this noise and blah, blah, blah. The next day, and she was like super scared. And then she opened up her door the next day and there was her friend, and her nails were completely like down to like nothing because she was scratching at the door and she had a hatchet in her back and was dead. So there's one of them. That's the hatchet man. Okay, last one. This is the last
I
one.
don't
It's
feel
about,
very good at all after that.
I know. This is the last one. It's people say that was just like a spooky story,
It
but
sounds like
it lives on. It's a legend that lives on. This is called the Birdman legend. Okay.
Is this more fun?
This
than
one's
the
going to be
last
pretty quick. Spring, it includes a panty raid. You know what I'm talking
The
about?
SpongeBob callback.
Yeah. I'm sorry. All right. Spring of 1966, McNutt Quadrangle. Every night at 10:30, a strange cry would echo through the quadrangle. What's a quadrangle?
Well,
4.
hold on. So there's a triangle.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
how
3.
many angles
4.
are-
Yeah. Yeah. Would that just be
Oh.
a square though?
The quadrangle, there's just 4. Like
Just call it a
buildings that are
square.
around.
All right. So anyway, the cry would echo through the quadrangle. It would start super low and then it would rise into this like weird shrieking laugh. And the students would call him the Birdman. And nobody could figure out who this guy was that was doing this weird shrieking laugh. And so anyway, like crowds would draw to parking lots and like it was broadcast on local radio. Like they really couldn't figure out who this person was. Again, this is 1966. And when the administration tried to catch him, the students like rallied around his cry and were like, no, we don't want you to catch him because it's like such a cool thing that we have. I don't know. And so instead of them like allowing them to like catch whoever this guy was, they created kind of like this distraction and like chaos and did a panty raid on the dorms.
Hold on.
And then eventually the Birdman was caught. But it was for like an entire spring semester. His laugh ruled the McNutt quadrangle, as they say.
So hold on.
Mhm.
Birdman
Yes.
would do this cry.
Yes.
The administration was like, all right, we're going to catch Birdman.
And the students were like,
Quadrangle goes, no, we're going to panty raid.
yes. Yeah. It makes no sense.
How is that the next logical step?
I don't know. Just turned into chaos. Kind of like at Iowa State when VSHA used to be a really cool thing where they celebrated like academic achievements of students.
Mm.
And then that quickly turned into a riot. How do these things happen, Matt? I don't know. Humans are weird. Last thing, it was one of the first state universities to admit women into college. So there you go.
In Diana.
Let
in Diana. That's what it was.
That is dumb. That's so dumb.
Y'all both laughed at it.
Okay. Tell me about Indiana, Matt. What's the offense of Indiana look like?
So their offense is pretty good, to put it simply. So they played Illinois, top 10 team. Granted, their early season rankings, it's hard to tell exactly if they're actually that good. But to win 63-10, yeah, that's pretty tough. So with that in mind, their offense can move the ball down the field. Their receivers are really physical, really good. And their RPO game is really good too. There's one play in particular that kind of sticks out in my mind where there was a Cobra, which is a corner blitz. Essentially, it was an RPO. He reads here, but he saw the Cobra pre-snap, did the little play fake, threw it out there, and then the receiver ended up breaking a tackle and getting like 13 yards on a 2-yard route. They're very well sound. I wouldn't use this term lightly, but moxie is kind of the term that comes to mind when I watch them play Illinois. They just feel like they're the better team. Like they play from that kind of mindset. Their offense, again, was really good. Now, Illinois' captain safety went out early in that game. I want to say it was 14-7 when he went out on a targeting call, and then he was gone for the rest of the game. And then their backup safety, they just took advantage of him. Poor angles, didn't line up exactly where he needed to be on some certain things, and they took advantage of it. So they know how to exploit weaknesses. But if we remember, so this is their head coach's second year. The first year when he came in, they're like, how do you think you're going to fare at a Division I football program? He said, Google me. All I do is win. Yeah. So with that kind of mantra coming in, you could argue that's moxie. In his post-game press conference against Illinois, he said, we broke their will. So this is a guy that he just pushes forward, and his players are definitely buying into it. He's got a bunch of transfers that continue to come. Like one of their star receivers is a transfer from Clemson, but they continue to move forward. So now another thing that Illinois did that we don't do is they played a lot of cover one. So a lot of man-to-man with a single high safety. That puts a ton of pressure on your corners in order to be able to, stay with them. So our zone scheme is going to look a little different. We do play some man-to-man, but most of what we do is zone. So if we have that, I don't think we can take the fact that he threw for 5 touchdowns. I don't think he's going to bring that into Kinnick by any means, but it is something that we just need to be aware of. Their receivers are very good. They block really well. So we're going to have to be physical on the back end if we're going to have any chance.
Okay, so tell me about their defense, because obviously our offense is kind of on a little hot streak in the second half of the game this past weekend. So what are we going to expect to see from their defense?
Defensively, they run like a standard 4-3. So we've seen this kind of defense before. They sacked Altmaier, the quarterback for Illinois. They sacked him 6 times. So they get after the quarterback too. Like I said, this is a really well-rounded football team, at least this early in the year. So they do blitz a decent amount. Now, they didn't always have to blitz to get those sacks. They were getting pressure with 4. Altmaier was forced to move. Their DBs do play a bail technique. And what I mean by that is it's not a true, so like man-to-man, typically your press coverage if you're playing man. You can play an off-man technique, but it's a little bit different. And so you're running stride for stride with the receiver. When you do a bail technique, your hips are shifted in, so you're literally facing sideways from where the receiver is, so you can keep an eye on the quarterback and key him. So if he takes a 3-step drop, you can drive. It leaves you susceptible to a couple different routes, though. So if there's like a comeback, you can stay in their blind spot, because if I'm sideways, I can't see behind me, right? I can't see if the receiver is running at me sideways and I'm backing up. I can't see if he gets to basically my butt, my right hip. I can't see if he gets into there because I'm watching the quarterback. I'm not going to be able to see him from there too. So comebacks, fades, getting to that blind spot and then making our cut is going to be massive for what we do. It's also going to require Gronowski to be on rhythm. You can't be late if they're in bail technique because they're going to be able to drive and come down. So we saw a big step forward last week against Rutgers. Granted, most of it was Mark on the ground. Now, Altmaier also had some pretty good runs against Indiana. But I think this is going to be the Marky G kind of game where he's got to throw on rhythm. Our run game's got to be our run game, right? We got to be able to run the football. And I think this is one of those games where we're going to run the football to open up the pass. We saw some cool things that Leicester's doing, whether it be crossing routes, whether it be, the triple option with Caden Weegan now. Like there's schematically, there's some really cool stuff, but it all comes down to how do we perform, right? How does Mark do the rhythm passing and our receivers get in and out of their cuts, right? So as great as Caden Weegan has been on the return game, the one hiccup came against Iowa State, which again, grass is a little different. Got to be on your technique. I already talked about it. But that's going to require that level of commitment to detail to beat bail coverage because they're waiting for you to cut. Essentially, bail is just, I'm going to wait for you to cut and then I'm going to drive. So we need to be in and out of our cuts like that. So there's going to be opportunities. Anytime you go bail technique, there's a ton of opportunities because they're already playing over the top. But we have to be diligent about getting in and out of our cuts, coming back to the football, or running comebacks, boots, like that kind of stuff to take advantage of them. In that bail technique. So on pass rhythm, run game to open up the pass game, whether that's Mark running or whether that's running backs. I'm hoping that Jess Patterson is back for this week. And I hope Seth Anderson is obviously back for this week. So there's some things that I think will continue to move forward. But our front five have to stop their front four. But part of that is throwing on rhythm. Then the D-line rush doesn't get to the quarterback. So there's again, it's a full team game, right? Like it's all 11 guys working together. But our front five need to beat their front four, but it starts with Mark. Can he throw on rhythm when he needs to? Can the receiver be where he's supposed to be when he needs to be there? Those two things that we've been continuing to iron out going into what is now week 5. Can we see that vast improvement to beat what I believe is a really good Indiana team?
Okay, well, this is going to be a great game. Homecoming, Indiana, 2:30 kick. I don't think it's going to get dark, is it? No, it won't get dark by the time the game's over.
No, it'll be getting dark, but it won't be dark.
Won't be dark. All right, let's see. What's the weather? Looks like, ooh, beautiful, 75 and sunny. Lovely. Be a good
one. The
one.
real question is, like, where's the homecoming court? Like, when does that take place? Is that at halftime?
Halftime. So you didn't ever get to really experience it. It's at halftime. They pick the king and the queen. I don't really know how that works. One time someone told me that you have to
you apply. You
apply to be it, but I don't know what you would
or
gain.
Do you get nominated?
I think you apply. I'm actually not sure. Somehow there's a voting process.
Somebody tell us.
Spent 4 years there. Still have no idea.
I spent 5.
And still don't know?
Still don't know. 9 years.
Between the two of us.
At the same time.
At the same time. All right. Really good job. Good podcast.
Yeah. We need to get you off the caffeine.
I know.
It's only half a bottle or half a.
We need to get you some caffeine. All right. Well, if you haven't yet, we would love for you guys to subscribe to our channel, the Talkin Hawks official YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your girlfriend, tell your ex-girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your ex-boyfriend to subscribe.
Are you kidding me?
To the Talkin Hawks YouTube channel. We're going to do another giveaway when we get to 1,500 subscribers. So we got a little ways to go, but we're well on our way.
I kind of like this monologue. Go ahead and finish it for us.
Just lastly, make sure you're following us on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, because that's where we do all the funny clips. And our lovely Matty P, and Johnny C.
And Johnny C.
Matty P and Johnny C.
They are behind all of those funny clips. So you don't want to miss them. They're great. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Go Hawks, beat Indiana.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Nice.
You get the last Go Hawks. Dude shows up, gets him like day one. I'll end it, guys.